my good friends. Hello.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
For just a bill, I can cop a lil and roll it up. They say Seattle gotta chill, I think we're cold as fuck. You want some warmth? Buy a coffee, hold the cup, go back to where you came from. Tell them that you rode the duck. My posse stays on Broadway, you can find them off a Pike. We got hobos, homos, their babies on a bike. You got kinks, I think we got what you like. It don't take a Dutch boy to stick a finger in a dike. We're the type of people other people leave alone. Hit up Molly Moons, even goons gotta eat a cone. This was Jimmy's home, you can do as he condones. I'm the type to pick a fight with Phoenix Jones and eat his bones.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
What? My city's guilty, for that we're guilty every day. We got the baddest bitches, Manda Knox and Mary Kay. Legalize it, the Mary Jane or Mary Gay. I don't give a fuck, live it up or kiss my Harry. Ay, yes, yes, we the best, yes, yes. Fuck them if they hate, elevate and fuck the rest. I got something I should get up off my chest. If you whittle would invest in a bulletproof vest. Yeah, we don't like you, we would like to fight you. Exit stage left, here's a window you can fly through. You beat me, please, you could really try to. That'll happen just like Gatsby rapping without white dudes.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
What? Sitting at the blue moon, sipping on a blue moon. Burger in my belly, now they tell me I should chew food. I fucking do you, bump a few tunes. I'ma live forever, any less would be too soon. What a dude, need a hook, let me know. It's in my blood, period, heavy flow. Roll deep with the fam, bam, and semi-pro. Solid steel feel, yeah, this could get messy, bro. Head to toe, looking fresh, taking pics. Got the DJ stunning on a mega mix. Party rocking with some pretty ass faggot chicks. Welcome to the hill, you don't like it, eat a bag of dicks.
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. Well, yes, I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill,
And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Well, yes,
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill.
Well, yes,
I'm just a bill, yes, I'm only a bill, and I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. What? How's everybody doing tonight? Bump, rated R. Rated R. Children, if you're at home, please tell your parents, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them. Send them to the TV. Sit them down. Get them a banana split. My papa used to love banana splits. I have a great banana split story about my father. Very funny stuff. I will not be telling it today because today is serious business. Serious business. I saw this news report. It was released a couple weeks ago by the CBC. Serious business.
You're sleep deprived. They're basically trying to force feed you alcohol.
If you don't go in the room with this person, go in the hot tub with this person, you feel like you're not doing your job correctly.
There's been a lot of talk lately about the conditions on reality TV sets.
Fans of Love Island are in shock tonight.
Lack of food, 20-hour workdays.
And the ethics of making these cheap-to-produce shows.
We should not exploit people all for your entertainment.
We wanted to learn more.
Whoa. We're not exploiting people for entertainment anymore? When did the entertainment industry change? Reality TV shows blew up big time back in the second half of the 2000s when the writers went on strike. There was a bunch of really good television programs that got put on hiatus and then came back after the writer's strike and sucked. They lost their flow. They were just not good. It was very sad. Very, very heartbreaking. Very sad. What's up, everybody? How you doing? We're doing a deep introspective look into the haps and hazards of reality television.
About these shows and why so many stars are demanding more rights, more protections, and more money. Reality TV is a big genre, so we're going to focus on lifestyle and dating shows.
I did one very weird thing recently that I want to tell you about. I went on a dating reality TV show.
That's Danny Coco, a content creator and talent agent living in San Diego.
X on the Beach. New season premieres.
Danny was on MTV's X on the Beach in 2022. It's a show about attractive singles who go on a tropical vacation, but their exes turn up. Did you apply to go on the show?
No, so I didn't apply to go on the show. My ex-boyfriend was going on the show, and I had said no a few times because I just wasn't interested. And it was kind of pitched to me as, well, it's basically just like a free vacation.
So what was your experience like?
It was pretty stressful. You don't have access to your phone. You don't have access to your wallet. You have no transportation.
Oh my God, you don't have access to your wallet or your phone or any transportation when you're stuck on a reality show? I've done a lot of production stuff over the years, and you don't usually have access to anything when you're on set. And I think an extended period of time like a reality show, they're not going to give you access to anything. They want you to be focused on the show. That's why you sign up for it. I could be wrong. Paul, how you doing, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. We're delving into the depths of reality programming. It's a cold world out there.
You're 100% reliant on them. You feel very anxious because no one ever tells you what's coming next or what the day holds.
MTV and it's
like her ex signed up for this show, tried to get her on the show multiple times. I guess she turned them down and then finally said yes. I don't know. It seems like a her problem. Big chillin'. I love it.
Its parent company Paramount did not respond to CBC's requests for comment. But
This is CBC News too. This isn't the American International News. American domestic news. Shit. This is international news. It's not held down by the confinements of the American propaganda machine, is what I meant to say.
Multiple stars told us a lack of freedom is a common part of reality TV.
Why does it look like someone's YouTube cooking show setup in here? Like this is supposed to be a reality TV show setup? At best, this is a cooking show setup for YouTube. At worst, this is some kinky hot burner OnlyFans photography.
Are going on an unscripted reality television show. They tell you one thing, but you sign away your rights, your ability to really have any control.
Participants say it gets even worse when shows allegedly misrepresent them.
Frankenbiting is huge, where they take half of one thing you said and half.
All the contracts you sign for these things, like literally say they have every right to do this. She's calling it Frankenbiting. Like they all tell you up front that they will do this. Like anything you say will be misrepresented if it makes the edit better.
Of another thing you said and put them together.
That's the thing. Just because it's called reality TV doesn't mean everything you see is real.
It's very much not real, but it's also unscripted. It's how they get the budget so low. They get to break outside of the writers union to produce it. They have no technical writers, but they definitely have people who are setting the stage for everything and conditioning the contestants to do and say all sorts of stuff.
Is reality television real? Sure, their reactions are real. The way they navigate their self through a situation is real. But is the scenario they're sitting in real? not necessarily. So
Michael Carroll used to produce reality TV.
And how did you actually get contestants to do things that were good for television?
There were numerous ways we did that. We would quickly make them our friend. So it created a sense of
grooming. This is how I get people to do what I want them to do too.
Trust, and that trust, for better or worse, was basically for us to make sure that we were getting exactly what we needed from someone.
And if you watch some of the most popular dating and lifestyle shows, you've seen the drinks that pop up scene after scene.
I've done numerous dating shows, and I've never been involved in a dating show that was not heavily fueled by alcohol. It's like the secret sauce.
It was like a rager. Like everyone's drinking from 9 a.m. to like 1 a.m.
Jessica Stalker starred in a season of Bravo's Winter House 2 years ago.
Oh no, they were feeding them drinks at Winter House? How could they? I love how I've never heard of any of these reality TV shows, and they could probably be super popular, and I still would have no idea what any of them are.
Which is basically a group of friends in Vermont kind of just having a fun snow weekend.
Jessica says she was scouted by the show.
Ooh.
She learned the hard way that she couldn't control the outcome.
I was a person that they thought...
You can always tell what type of reality show based on what sort of alcohol they're feeding you. If they're giving you goblets with some red wine, it's classy.
They could fit a certain role, and even if I didn't fit that role, they were going to make sure I fit that role.
Absolutely, there are archetypes that dating shows are trying to fill. People do respond to different personalities and different dynamics that go into making something entertaining. A villain, a girl that's a little fun or might be a little more easy than the other girl.
Hundreds of comments.
After Jessica's season aired, she says she received relentless harassment.
I like how she's like, they tried to make you that character, even if you're really not. They cast you because they knew they could make you that character. Like, they're not ridiculous. They cast people for a reason. They sit there and they get the most malleable, basic bitch human beings, put them on camera, and then push them to do what they want them to do. If you have any sort of mental agency, they're probably not going to pick you up for a reality TV show because they don't want you taking over control of the show. They want you to do what they want you to do. They're going to push you in each scenario.
Harassment online.
Producers use you for a certain thing that triggers the audience, and then the audience just comes at you, and there's no protection. There was only protection after I had complained so many times, and they're like, well, here's a therapist, like 6 months later.
Bravo's
here's a therapist 6 months. Yeah, I don't know, man. Reality TV should be abusing people. It's about time that we stopped abusing the elephants at the circus and started abusing basic, beautiful people. I need more abuse of beautiful people, okay? We've abused lions and tigers and bears, oh my, for centuries to entertain us. It's time we start abusing beautiful people who think that they own this world. No, you dance for us now, pretty people.
Parent company NBC Universal said in an email that Bravo requires its third-party producers to maintain a safe and respectful workplace for all cast and crew on our shows, and that it has updated production companies on stricter guidelines around alcohol consumption and increased psychological support.
Oh, so sweet.
Which increased 3%.
Now, Jessica runs a business with her fiance. And she says that even though her TV experience was different...
Did she meet this guy on a reality show? Because they look like reality show people. This is like are they just sitting in the corner of an IKEA filming this? This all looks like show floor bullshit. Showroom floor garbage.
Difficult. It did help her grow her platform.
Good morning, guys. So we are in the house that we built. The design is coming along really well.
She's not alone. There's a clear pipeline from reality star to social media influencer.
I just launched a new shave oil serum.
Think Canadian influencer Francesca Farrago.
Can't wait to show you guys. I'm literally filming everything.
From Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle. They don't know any of these people. This is the CBC News, so I assume they're Canadian skewing. And there's some things that'll be really popular in Canada that we'll never know about here. There's been some pretty good Canadian stuff that I found just by my Canadian friends recommending it to me. And I'm like, what? This exists? How could this exist? We're watching the dangers of reality TV.
Nick File, a former bachelor, now podcast host.
I'm very excited about today's episode.
But not everyone is looking for fame. Nick Thompson says he had a good career and went on a dating show because he really believed he could find love.
Aww.
What was sold to me throughout the process of casting this show was that we're different. We're not trying to look for people that want fame or to be influencers or to be the next bachelor or bachelorette. We're looking for real people that are ready to get married.
If you haven't guessed by now, Nick was on Netflix's Love is Blind.
It was brutal. It really impacted my life. And
I haven't watched Love is Blind. I don't know any of this. This is news to me. I've heard of Love is Blind. It's where you can't see the person. They're sitting on a wall, I guess. You're like conjoined rooms where you talk. Is that what I'm thinking of? I don't know these things. I do know this guy's got a doggy. He must still be looking for a partner.
Ways that I never would have imagined. The way that your structure is removed, the way that or autonomy is removed, the way it's slowly taken away from you. Those are the things that add to the level of manipulation that you can't even comprehend until you experience it yourself. I was a marketing executive.
Oh, yeah, he's totally single. He's got the plushy Michael Myers sitting on a stack of books. This guy is literally peacocking the single man lifestyle. Picture of his dog that he was just walking. He's got the little roller bar in the background. This guy is begging to find a partner, and he couldn't find him on Love is Blind, Netflix Love is Blind. Poor guy. Poor guy with all your books you read, you're showing off. He is such a... These are not real people. This is a facade. This guy is wearing, like, dateable camouflage. There's a reason you're single, dude. There's nothing behind your dumb head. That Michael Myers plushie has more to offer a woman than you do.
And that job he had, he says he lost it.
When I started looking for jobs and going on interviews, and these interviews becoming more of a conversation about that and being on the show or saying, you know, when we Google you, the headlines, it's, you know, it's not good for our company.
Netflix and Kinetic Content, the production company behind Love is Blind, did not respond to CBC's questions.
Ooh.
But Kinetic has publicly...
Why are you hiding, Netflix? What do you got to hide from the world? Answer CBC's questions. Canada won't stop until you answer.
Said the company has protocols in place to care for each person before, during, and after filming. Of course, participants don't just jump in. Everyone has to sign a contract.
Yeah.
Nick's includes
the contract tells you everything you're getting into and more. And usually there's like a multiple year blackout where you can't appear on other things either. It's really like they know they got you when they sign you up. Everybody coming through here is that person who's trying to get an edge and bank on the Hollywood luck machine, cashing them out. I've signed a few of these contracts thinking it was going to be my next big thing. I'm like, oh, this is it, guys. I'm about to be Dolly fucking Parton, guys. I got to sign on the dotted line. This is my time. I'm going to make it. Then I'm fast forward. A month later, I'm having somebody's bare ass blowing in my face. God damn it.
Clause that explicitly states his role on Love is Blind is not employment and does not entitle him to wages. The contract also grants producers permission to film up to 24 hours per day, 7 days per week, and explicitly states that contestants won't have access to phones and the internet.
My realization...
But he says he didn't fully understand the amount of control he was signing away.
I'm sure you didn't understand. Doofus, you're dumb. I don't think you understand far simpler things than a contract.
You think is going to happen is, oh, a producer's going to get you to say something or do something that maybe you don't want to do, or you might get misedited. Like, it's so much bigger than that.
Morgan,
it's so much bigger than that? Do you realize? You realize Hollywood is actually out there to take advantage of you? Do you realize?
Anselme says she knows what that's like. She was on Secret Story 13 years ago. It's basically like Big Brother in France. She says show producers told her that if she went on the show, she'd be able to advocate for LGBTQ rights since her father is trans.
Yes. Her father is Dee Snider? That is dope. Rock and roll icon.
To make a promise to get me to say yes to be in the show.
A promise she says wasn't honored.
And once you're inside, it's too late to back out because you've signed the contract, but they also do not tell you the truth about how things are going to go inside the house.
The truth is what she's been trying to share since her NDA expired.
I stayed in the house for 91 days, and life in the house was organized in a very strict way, almost militarized sometimes. We had to share 30 minutes of hot water all together every day, no watches, no clocks at any moment. It creates an imbalance in your sleep cycles, your hunger cycles. It really disorients you.
Oh, you spend 3 months on a TV show and you're disoriented. This is so ridiculous. Like, yes, this is what you signed up for. You don't understand what you signed up for because this isn't real life. This isn't normal. You're part of something completely abnormal, and it's actually pretty soft compared to the rest of the entertainment industry. Reality TV is pretty fucking soft compared to the restrictions you have to go through to film a television series or a movie. There's so much more you got to deal with. But I guess they might give you your phone on the set of a film sometimes. If you're lucky, depending on what you're shooting and how important you are.
She says the damage persisted after filming was over.
I had insomnia, I had flashbacks, I had eating disorders because my eating schedule and eating habits had been brutally changed and completely erratic for 13 weeks.
Did you sue him? Tell me you sued him. Tell me you got him. Tell me the good guys won.
I did not get my period for a year because the stress was too intense.
In an emailed statement, Banijay Entertainment, the company behind Secret Story, tells CBC News that it has incredibly strict welfare and inclusivity guidelines, which are regularly and proactively reviewed. Morgane's story kicked off a conversation about the ethics of reality TV production in France. That conversation became very real in the UK a few years ago.
The presenter of one of Britain's most popular shows, Love Island, took her life in her home on Saturday.
There have been at least 40 documented cases of suicide deaths among former reality TV contestants. Cases linked to Love Island UK prompted the show to ramp up its mental health support.
Did you say 40 or 4?
There have been at least 40 documented cases of suicide.
40? 40? Let's think. How many reality TV shows do you think there have been? Hundreds, right? And there's like 10 contestants on each show, probably. About 4,000 people, maybe. It's in the thousands, right? Wonder what the average is. I gotta look it up. We're looking up the average rate in 2024 for suicide. $14.21 per 100,000 individuals. Men are more likely to die from suicide than women. Very sad stuff. Very sad stuff.
Suicide deaths among former reality TV contestants. Cases linked to Love Island UK prompted the show to ramp up its mental health supports and led to a reality TV inquiry in the UK Parliament.
The working conditions, production conditions on set are often very, very stressful. All of that.
Jacob Johansson is an associate professor of communication at St. Mary's University in London. He submitted evidence for the inquiry.
We know that participants felt like they were not adequately prepared or briefed when it comes to what filming would involve.
Those kinds of conditions are why Nick Thompson co-founded the unscripted...
Because you're not that important, right? Like, they would brief you if you were the star of the show. But they do reality TV because there aren't supposed to be any stars. Stars are born within it.
Christopher Miller donated $5. Just realized the other day you've been doing some solo stuff. Glad to see you're doing okay.
Yeah,
thank you. As always, make my heart pump peanut butter.
Peanut butter. Yeah, I got to make some money. I'm about to be homeless if I don't make money. I'm going to die in a gutter if I don't make money. Thank you for your money. Appreciate you. Cheers, Chris.
Cast Advocacy Network.
We provide mental health support to past, current, and future reality TV stars. I want to fight for the people that are going to participate in reality TV so that they have basic rights. They're protected mentally and physically. They're paid adequately. They have labor regulations.
And there are signs North American productions are noticing the backlash. Take Love is Blind's production company, Kinetic Content. It introduced a notice to participants last fall, warning of potential discomfort and emotional challenges before, during, and after filming.
This all looks like home porn setups, the way they have the cameras pointing in the bedrooms and everything. It's very different than a reality TV show.
Reality TV isn't going away. New seasons of these shows, which are very popular, are just around the corner.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Why did we watch this today? What's the point of all of this? I'll have you know. Fish Tank just opened up the shithead drinking games. The shithead drinking games on Fish Tank. This is got a friend who has no idea what Fish Tank Live is. Show them this video and say nothing. So if you guys have no idea what Fish Tank Live is, I'm going to show you this video and say nothing.
Fucking rich! Rich! Oh, I got 50,000! I got monkeys that I fuck! If that ever happens, I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you! I'm gonna beat the shit out of you!
I have to remind you that I'm supposed to say nothing. So the shithead shithole games or whatever it is, they had them they give them all alcohol and they're just supposed to be complete degens. These people are all signed away their phone usage. They all signed away their contact with the outside world. They're living in this house. They've been there for a little over 2 weeks now. And it's currently alcoholics apocalypse. Please say something. Say something. I'm so confused. Bert gets down. This is it says it's only been 40 minutes in and Alex is already raging and broke the sink because of a Wild Randy TTS.
Wild Randy. I already got fucking
Alex, if you win, will you give any of it to the family?
The audio cut out?
Your friend whom you persuaded to drive drunk?
Go fuck yourself! Hey. Go fuck yourself!
Looks like the whole thing cut it out. Thank you for this screen cap. I guess he broke the sink. We can't see it. He's flipping out. Obviously, there was no audio of that situation. Maybe something happened with a drunk driver incident. I don't know.
Hey, Alex Wild Randy here. You're welcome for the stuffed animals. Cuddle them while thinking of me before I get there, JJ.
Alex! Go fuck yourself!
Guys, Bert is in the
I
penthouse
broke the
jerking
fucking
off.
sink.
Go help him.
I broke the fucking sink.
Hey, Alex Wild Randy here. You're welcome for the stuffed animals. Cuddle them while thinking of me before I get there, JJ.
Alex! Go fuck yourself!
40 minutes into the shithead drinking competition, and he's already ripped the sink out of the wall. Alex Mania is running wild. Let's see what else we got here at the... Okay, so Alex thrown in the drunk tank. I guess after he broke the sink, they put him in prison.
Luca, you're supposed to be a bad lucky kid, dude. And I can't go get Luca. You treat me like a child. I'm a man. Hey, you didn't even get me. He didn't even answer me. Hey! You put me in the fucking drunk tank. Fuck! Somebody visit me, please.
You treat me like a child. Fuck! Put me in the drunk tank. Man was having a fit. This says Bert can't hear the TTS over the screaming. Symbol is freaking out trying to look badass. And Bert blows his whistle to try and calm everybody down. It doesn't work. See, I'm not seeing a screen cap here. Let's hope the video's still alive.
This how they locked up. You're thinking, oh my god, one pussy got. So fucking thing.
That mattress is still cleaner than anything in India.
Bert always listens to the TTS like it's a new clue in what's going on. Bert is the best. He is at, I think he's like a murderous ticking time bomb trapped in a jolly, gentle giant's body. He's great. He's content.
Tend to be angry, you know it is too stinky.
You're not answering, bro. Look like a man. Hey, did he? No, you didn't do it. Fuck off.
Yes.
You said.
Connor, answer
fuck
now.
off.
Listen, he's asking you a question.
Shift begins. Connor working overtime.
Why?
Because he said that you're the only one that pissed on your
He
food.
said you pissed on my bed and you threw my clothes in the
So, this is, I guess they ran around pissing in each other's beds. They started getting drunk and just started peeing everywhere. They're out of their fucking minds.
Binks and Mizzy are lying to you, Alex.
No,
Binks
we're
and
not.
Mizzy are lying
What
to you,
is
Alex.
going on?
Support standing
Ignore
on
What
the
the fuck is going on?
Ignore
What the
that.
fuck? You want to go against me? Huh? I want to break. And you're going against me.
I keep asking if I'm throwing my clothes.
And you're gonna go against me.
Alex,
Bitch, I fucking told you.
not supposed to be lying.
Shut the fuck up, that either.
What are you saying?
I told you one day. I told you on day one.
Sorry, that's now the designated pissing.
Bitch, are you listening or not? Are you fucking dead?
I keep asking.
Just shut up.
Alex, I would not lie to you.
Winter competition in this house. They locked up. You're thinking.
Bert's low whistle did not do anything. See, this is, I guess, this is probably out of sequence. I don't know if I have. Alex pisses on Connor's clothes for revenge. So this is definitely out of sequence. This is Alex running across the house. He's a man on a mission. The cameras are struggling to follow him. This is a good shot right here where it gets him running up the stairs. Good camera angle. You get to see a lot of the action. Okay, I don't know if we need to watch Alex pissing on the clothes, but he definitely did piss all over Connor's clothes on the loft bed, the little couch bed. They're out of their minds, guys. They're out of their freaking minds. This is Job is really drunk in the hallway.
You said I was grooming you.
Why?
Groping.
Oh, me? I didn't say groping. I never used that word. They used that word.
Yeah, but
I was like, he grabbed my knee.
The grooming thing is a little more.
Connor was accused of groping Banks. Peyton watches on. Peyton's 19 years old, so she's not allowed to participate in the drinking games. Bert doesn't drink because Bert probably shouldn't be messing with his own mind. He quit drinking like 10, 11 years ago, I guess. So Bert's straight edge. If you're not now, you never were. Job is wasted. Connor is wasted. I don't think Binks drinks. Connor is moderately wasted. Connor was just pissing a little bit. What is this? Job might be the best freeloader of all time. Job won the contest earlier today. They had a insult marathon. They had the contestants all stand side by side with certain levels of tape deviating the steps they have to take. The audience sends TTS insults. And then the contestants, every time they get insulted, they have to move up a step. Every time they get congratulated, they get to move back a step. It was a pretty fun game. Job won that. Job is a freeloader. It means he wasn't part of the original house, but the audience kind of likes Job. I think they see a lot of themselves in him.
Because motherfucking J.O.B.
Alex,
Fuck this. I have a modicum of... Listen to me.
Sorry, Peyton, you're only 19. You wouldn't understand what's going on here. This is adults working it out.
Because he can remit to your... I can't let these fucking... The lion just disappointed me. We are now. We are.
Why you pissing my bed, man? Why you pissing my bed, man? Why you pissing my bed, man? Signal is huge, bastard bitch.
We haven't followed this yet, but...
Why you pissing my bed, man? It's so messed up.
Not as drunk at, but dude, for Symbol not to give him what he did to his face, that's fucked up.
They do not still think that TTS is an AI computer analyzing them. They've now realized they're live. Everything flipped a few days ago, and they were all like, what? How could you lie to us? And now, like, the people who stayed, I think a couple people left, but the majority that stayed went from being, like, super hurt to now they're running around pissing around the house.
Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe. Hi, Joe.
Poor Job can't even walk. Man just comes in, de-escalates the situation by drunk man planking right onto the ground.
No! The fucking fan favorite, get him up!
No, he can puke. This is fucking for real.
Symbol is about to break.
Stop.
Keep pushing him.
You didn't know enough of
Are you okay? I had a friend in high school.
Nothing comes as close to home as a picking.
Alex gets super serious. Connor tries to give him mouth to mouth. Connor is also a freeloader. I don't know how much the freeloaders know about the concept of fish tank. The original housemates were vetted pretty well. The ones that are still around probably don't know anything about fish tank. Binks and Binks and Mizzy might have some more knowledge of IRL streaming type things than the other guys seem to know. The yelling, I know. What is this? Bert cleaning up the mess. One of the best clips in history. Bert's cleaning up the mess everybody made. So we're kind of watching this backwards. This has become a Christopher Nolan Memento situation, or Tarantino out of sequence viewing. I guess the girls broke some plates in here earlier, and Bert's cleaning it up.
Bro, Connor, fuck this mail mom.
Bert. Break this in. Break it? Yeah, break it.
So earlier, the computer, back when they thought the house was ran by AI and not fans watching, sending in TTSs. The computer told Bert that there was a message inside of the fan and to go steal the fan and to break it open to find the message. And Bert was like freaking out for a good hour about this fan. He's like, I have to check it. He's like, I'll dismantle it. I'll put it back together afterwards. And the house is like, no, Bert, don't ruin the fan. And now they're like, let's ruin the fan. Destroy it, Bert. So much yelling. They're pretty wasted. Bert's not wasted at all. It's funny. He just swept up everything. And then the second they tell him to break something, he's game, dude. Bert is wild. Every time you go and jump on something that you just broke, 100% of the time it slides and you almost fall on your ass. If you guys have ever broke something and then went to jump on it, don't do it. You're always going to fall on your butt. Bash Brothers. Now this is, I guess, the girls earlier, Peyton and Binks. Destroying plates. It says, despite not consuming any alcohol, Peyton is one of the first to start breaking things during the drunk piece of shit challenge. Soon after, Vance comes upstairs, tells contestants not to smash any more plates for safety, but not before refilming the scene.
First, you get
so fucking loud. Jeez.
Brunettes? Hey, thanks for the brunettes. I just bought pink lemonade the other day.
So they were.
Thank you. Except for one more. Thank you. Thank you. I agree. No, you know. Oh. Red plate.
They're like, we're not going to break any more plates except one more to get it on the good camera. Make sure you get the red plate. It's the one you broke. Oh, they told her to see. This is why we watched the video earlier. This is why the production has to have complete control over the people. You're not allowed to think for yourself on a reality TV show because these people are like, oh, do a red plate this time. No. You got to use the same plate you broke for continuity. Plebeians have no idea what's going on. You shouldn't be in charge of yourself on a reality TV show. Be little puppets. Let the puppet masters control your life and dance for us. Nobody cares about your life, your safety, your health. You're here to dance for us. If you don't want to dance for us, don't sign a contract to be on a reality TV show. We don't need you. We don't need your personal agency and regret involved when we're just trying to laugh and have a good time. The plate doesn't break. It's probably better for the shot. I get a second chance at the shot now.
Now do a promo. This is the brand. And
wait, we can't show any brands.
Peyton doesn't get to drink. She's 19. She should be able to smash a plate or two. Let her. If Alex can rip the fucking sink off its hinges, let Peyton smash a plate. Opa. Exactly, Beardshire. Opa. What is this? I can't believe I'm rooting for Mizzy now. Symbol has been ketchuped.
I fully find out who did it and it wasn't you, I can apologize. Yeah, don't
You're
do
gonna
that.
fucking lie? No, he said the girls did it. That's fucked up.
God.
You know, just for once in your life, say what you did, Symbol. I'm sick of it. It's on camera. Seriously, no, but it's like irritating. 'Cause this wouldn't be happening. There would be no piss on anyone's bed if you just owned up to your shit. That's not fair. Catch up to you, bloody fucker. And then
So Symbol was lying, and that's why people were running around pissing on beds? It's all Symbol's fault, and Mizzy just catch up Symbol?
This is shit fit.
On my father's memory and my mother's life.
No, he's not. He's not saying it's you.
You already broke this. Ketchup and mustard. You said. I can't fuck with him because he's gonna fuck with me. I'm not fucking with him. I just hate him.
When we find out if it
Hey, I'm not
wasn't
fucking
you,
innocent.
I fully find out.
I'm not that innocent. She ketchuped him. I think that's all of the fish tank clips I scoured for tonight's stream. I will say, it's a Remembrance Day, Veterans Day today, right? 11/11. We got a new clip from Devin. Devin celebrating today. You guys ready for this Devin clip?
Happy Remembrance Day. I want to thank all the soldiers that gave up their lives so we could have freedom. Thank you, soldiers. And it would be so fucking awesome if I got to suck an Army's guy's dick and have him bang my name. That'd be so awesome, everyone. Anyway, thank you, soldiers, for fighting for our freedom. And this is for you, soldiers. Cheers.
Proud to be American, or at least I know I'm free. Well, there you go, Devin. Thank you for your celebration. The ones who died and gave their life for me. You gotta stand up. Is this current Devin Sweeney? I don't know what a Devin Sweeney is. I don't know. I have no idea what a Devin Sweeney is. What do we got here? Let me clean up my tabs. I do everything via tabs because I'm a strong, predominantly stupid male. And I got all these tabs open that we've already watched. I don't need them. I'm going to clear some of these tabs now. Ladies and gentlemen, MSNBC declares Elon Musk set the stage to act as Trump's co-president in a power grab. You heard about this power grab from Elon Musk?
Good evening from New York. I'm Chris Hayes. We're just a few days past the election, and we are already headed into uncharted territories. Yes, we know Donald Trump. We really know him. We've had him around for 9 years, 4 years of him in office. Lots of things aren't new.
American oligarchy.
But, and I say this from a place of some experience, there's some different stuff this time. And one of the ways it's genuinely different is that he now has a kind of coterie of oligarchs, including the richest man in the world, who've kissed the ring, worked to get him elected, and are now apparently going to be running America. Now, this is a model that's actually familiar across the world. It's pioneered and perfected by strongmen like Viktor Orban in Hungary and Recep Erdogan in Turkey, and of course, Vladimir Putin in Russia. All of these rulers have their little crew of corporate and industrial titans who often hold no official government titles, but do the work of the regime in ways large and small, legitimate and otherwise, in return for their access and special privileges, including squeezing the state coffers to line their own pockets.
Oh no, they're going to squeeze the state coffers to line their own pockets? How could they? How could they? They haven't been doing that before.
As The Atlantic's Franklin Fort puts it, the regime does the bidding of the billionaires, and in turn, the billionaires do the bidding of the regime. Power grows ever more concentrated as the owners and the corrupt leaders conspire to protect.
I love how MSNBC is just explaining this now. Guys, look at this new thing we found. There's going to be an oligarchy in America. Christina Alana says, Billy, how are you feeling? I'm feeling all right. I've had a wonderful day of rest and relaxation. I had to come on and watch bullshit clips and brand new news with you guys because I missed you. I needed some social time in my life. I'm a very lonely human being.
Their mutual hold on it. In short order, this arrangement has the potential to deliver a double blow to the American system. It can undermine capitalism and erode democracy all at once. And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always had a lot of political...
What did that guy say? What word did that guy just say?
And you would be right, that corporate titans have...
What are corporate titans? What? I don't know what word he just said. What word is he saying? Could you guys tell me what word he just said?
And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always...
What are corporate titans? What are corporate titans?
Erode democracy all at once. And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always...
You guys are saying that he said corporate titans. I am 100% sure he did not say corporate titans. What the fuck?
And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans...
Did he have a stroke? Corporate titans. My guy is over here calling out the corporate titans. See, the oligarchy thing, I was like, oh yeah, we all know this. We all know about the American oligarchy. Nothing new here. Then he just drops the corporate titans on us. I learned something today. The corporate titans are getting closer and closer to eating our souls. The corpulent purple titans
have always had a lot of political power, certainly more than the little guy in America. But really, this is completely different from anything.
I gotta see what the damn closed caption thinks he said.
I say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always had a lot of political power, certainly more than...
Yes, I'm glad you saw me on too, Jess Bro. I'm here to have late nights with the fam bam, only on youtube.com/BillyTheFridge or youtube.com/overweight, depending on which link you click to get here, which you probably didn't click a link. Probably saw something else completely differently. I can't figure out what even closed caption said. It's like off track. Corporate titans.
Undermine capitalism and erode democracy all at once. And you may say, and you would be right, that corporate titans have always had...
Hey!
Shane Tetzlaff funded $10. Good to see your handsome face, Billy.
It's good to see you too, Shane. Cheers.
A lot of political power, certainly more than the little guy in America. But really, this is completely different from anything we've seen before. Just look at Elon Musk.
Okay, I think we're about to see the closed caption come up now. I think it's that far behind. See, they're trying to say he said corporate titans too. We all heard him say corporate titan, corporate turpentines. Curtain purple turpentines.
I'm not just MAGA. I'm dark, gothic MAGA.
Elon's a special type of oligarch. He did you see the interview with him and Jordan Peterson where he's talking about losing his son to the woke mind virus? He's like, I lost my son. They call it dead naming for a reason. My son Xavier, he was lost to the woke mind virus because his son was trans. And it's like, he's like, I then vowed to dismantle the woke mind virus at any cost for taking my son from me. And you're like, if you really believe that it's a woke mind virus, ayo.
Lord Magicus donated $5. I got Elon Musk's Neuralink, so when you go live, the notification is beamed directly into my brain.
Very smart. Very smart. Very smart. If you really think it's a woke mind virus, I like how instead of fixing that virus with your own child and showing them the love and care that it takes to reconnect that bond and find a way to like be a father for your child, rather than do that, you try and attack trans people all over the world. You may have taken my son and turned him, and the son's name was Xavier. And it's like Elon Musk is out of his mind because he has this asphyxiation with X. Like he bought the X domain back in the day. He wanted to change the PayPal name to X. He named his son Xavier. He's got like this. It's a lot like King Cobra, and that the way he draws that S. He has that S tattoo, that S sword tattoo. It's an asphyxiation. Same thing with people who just have like this weird branding love, you know, for it's he's on the spectrum, right? It's a spectrum thing. But this X thing, he's like they took my son. The woke mind virus took my son and changed his cool name from Xavier. I gave him a cool X name, and now he's a girl, and he's changed his name completely to have 0 X's in it. Could you believe this? I will never forgive the woke mind virus for ruining my cool X named child. It's like, dude, be a better dad. Fix your relationship with your child. No, I'd rather attack the entire trans community's movement than fix my relationship with my child. And I, you know me, I love attacking movements. I'm all for attacking movements, but I feel like we should focus on the problem at hand. I hate people who want to change the world because they can't change their own personal life. It's like, you can't change your own personal life, but you want to change the world? What a prick. What a prick.
America's just not just going to be great. America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing.
I totally just fucked up the amazing. Like, oh, your wife wants to leave you, so you want to take away women's rights because you can't keep your own wife happy. Now you want to take away the rights women have to leave you? It's so pathetic. It's so pathetic.
Massive, crushing victory. Get everyone, friends, family, people on the street. Put the signs up. Put the hat on. Let's go.
Put the signs up. Put the hat on. Let's go. He's such a happy boy, dude. He's such a happy boy. Like, we all picked on Tim Wall's son for crying because he was so happy of his dad that he cried. Elon is not crying, but he is 100% that energy in all of this. Hopping up and down. Man was a happy boy.
the wildly charismatic billionaire rocket and electric car magnate, spent $130 million of his own wealth to get Trump elected. That alone is unheard of. I mean, as far as we have records of, no one's ever done that before.
But nobody's ever spent $130 million of their own money to get a politician elected? Why do I find that hard to believe? He spent, what, $40 billion on Twitter? 130 to get Trump elected is nothing. Nice to see you too, Wolford. Happy Veterans Day. That was Steven Crowder's point, exactly who I was thinking of when I said that. There's a litany of other right-wing guys that want to change the world because they can't control their own lives. So pathetic.
Musk also bought Twitter for $44 billion and drove its value into the ground. I mean, essentially setting half that money on fire, like $22 billion worth of value.
Yes, Twitter might not be as valuable as it was worldwide, but it's far more valuable to people that want to spam the N-word. It was a huge victory for those of us that had no platform to be complete shitheels. Now we can be shitheels. And I kind of like that. I honestly, I like that you can be a shitheel on Twitter. I think he really has ruined Twitter in a lot of ways. Just pre-Elon Twitter versus now, my Twitter experience has definitely sucked in various ways because of decisions he's made. He has been not pro-free speech, because when one of his buddies or associates gets picked out or slandered, or himself, he bans and covers up, and he is definitely controlling Twitter for his own personal reasons. And that's his right? You don't spend $40 billion on Twitter and lose half of it over the course of, a year or so. You don't do that if you can't make it your own shit posting platform.
In order to turn the social media platform.
Whoopsie walruses, he got rid of the bots, didn't he? I think he needed to because his servers couldn't afford to have them run. But it took a while. The bots took a long time to clear, and they got worse before they got better.
Into a right-wing propaganda machine to get Donald Trump.
And in the process of getting rid of the bots, he got rid of a ton of other features.
Elected. And it kind of worked. And not just to get Trump elected, but to make the world's richest man even richer.
And there still are bots. There's always a ton of bot responses and likes to my tweets. I'm like, oh, who's this that liked my tweet? And it's like 14 followers. No, 14 followed, 0 followers. It's like, oh, this is bullshit. This isn't real.
Sure.
Tesla among this week's biggest gainers on the S&P, up nearly 20%, fueled, of course, by the president-elect's victory. That surge resulting in a
damn boy, Tesla's up.
Windfall for Elon Musk, who now has a net worth of $290 billion.
My guy don't give a fuck about losing 20 million on Twitter. He's like, I lost 20 billion. I lost 20 billion on Twitter, but now I have a platform to say whatever the hell I want and also make tons of money elsewhere.
I mean, you see, right? You don't have to be like super sophisticated to see how like.
Okay, Seth looks as there's now more bots more than ever. I think a lot of the bots that I was seeing in the beginning have changed, I guess. Also, I think part of it is that you can't just DM people anymore. So that's probably why I'm not seeing so many bots, because I'm not getting all those DM bots, because you just can't DM people unless you're a blue checkmark purchaser. Apex Machine says, Billy just farted on stream. Did I? Didn't think I farted. Maybe I did. I definitely can fart without remembering, but I think I just resituated because I have a uncomfortable chair. What's the deal with DP? What about the deal with DP?
Wildly corrupt this could be. Trump isn't even president yet, but the mere fact he will be has investors flocking to invest in Elon Musk companies because Musk is close to the press. They know. In fact, they probably saw the Trump
They know. They know. They know. Uncle Elon here with the Trump family. Is that his kid or Trump's kid in his arm?
Family photo from Mar-a-Lago celebrating the day after the election. A family photo that, interestingly, doesn't include Melania Trump, who I think is Donald Trump's wife the last time I checked. But,
dude, you know that's his wife. Come on. Don't get cheeky now.
There's Elon Musk. He gets the friends and family discount now. And while he's sitting on billions of dollars of government contracts to the point where the U.S. space program has become largely dependent on him, now he's going to be something approaching a kind of co-president. And if you think I'm exaggerating, here's what happened today.
A senior Ukrainian official confirms to Fox News that Elon actually joined a call on Wednesday between President Trump and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. Notable there that Elon was on one of those first calls the day after the election with Zelensky.
So when Donald Trump...
Donald, it's been so much fun campaigning with you. It's been such a good time. I'm going to miss hanging out with you, Donald. Why do you have to miss hanging out with me, Elon? We can just hang out all the time. Oh, yeah, we can, Donald? Well, what are you doing today? I'm just going to call Volodymyr Zelensky. If you would like to sit in on the call, we could do a party chat. Oh, yes, that would be awesome, Donald. Let's have a party line with Vladimir Zelensky.
Trump called Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky on Wednesday, right? Probably one of the most consequential communications that could possibly happen. The wartime president that Trump asked to dig dirt on Joe Biden in exchange for American missiles, that guy, the first thing Trump was impeached for back in 2019, remember that guy? Okay. So when Trump calls Zelensky this week, and there's already been a bit of a record on these calls, Elon Musk was on the call too. He got to listen into negotiations between the president-elect and the head of state, and not just any head of state, but one reliant on Musk's generosity. As one official told Washington Post, Zelensky thanked Musk for the Starlink terminals Ukraine relies on for much of its military communications amid Russia's ongoing invasion. Now, I'm not saying it's a shakedown like the infamous phone call in 2019. I'm just saying that if Donald Trump and Elon Musk wanted to shake down the Ukrainian president, that would be how it starts. Probably worth remembering that headline from 2 weeks ago when the Wall Street Journal revealed that Musk has also been secretly having phone conversations with Russian President Vladimir Putin since late 2022. Probably just a coincidence.
Obviously, Elon Musk is bringing world peace. Jeez, why we gotta hate on Elon Musk? All he wants to do is build Teslas, build rockets, build peace. Come on, and build his bank account.
Now, late this evening, Trump's team tried to downplay the story. A single source telling NBC News that...
Girl online says, hi, I'm new to your stream. Twitter was so much better than X, RIP Twitter bird. It was even a better logo, and it made sense. Twitter tweet bird logo. Now we have X in a post, such an L. Yeah, no, Twitter was perfectly branded. Elon has been sitting on this X.com domain name for a long time. He wanted to originally change PayPal's name to X.com. And it took him a very short period of time to buy Twitter and then say, ooh, I'm going to break out the X domain. It would be so much cooler if Twitter was called X. You know what X is in the computer world, Elon? X is the little tab you click to close out. You turned your entire $40 billion investment into the closeout tab. GG.
Musk just happened in on the call with Zelensky. His brief participation wasn't planned. Maybe that's true. I don't know, but that's kind of...
Are you going to tweet? You going to tweet, bro? No, I'm going to X out of that. I'm going to X out. You don't want to tweet that? No, I'm going to X out.
The point, right? This guy, the world's richest man who spent more than $100 million.
My guy is tongue-tied today. What did he just say? Did he say the world's richest man? Maybe I heard that wrong.
The world's richest man who spent more than...
I think he said the world's richest man. Is this Agatha all along?
That's true. I don't know, but that's kind of the point, right? This guy, the world's richest man who spent more than...
Not so bad as him saying, what was it earlier? Corporal Purport? Corporal Pooper. I can't even. Corporal Pooper Titan. It was my guy is struggling today. Probably didn't have his coffee. Maybe he's ate some hot fire sauce. He's not getting his tongue back. Some buffalo wings sometimes can make your tongue a little numb. Can't roll the way it got to roll.
$100 million to get Trump elected is just kind of around, and he can walk in the room with the president-elect.
New World Disorder X is the name of his first company. Check the history. Yeah, he wanted to change PayPal to X, right? He's had that .com for a long time, right? Am I wrong about that? Let me see. Did Elon want to change PayPal to X? I wish I did text to speech because I could have just had that. Now I type everything. I'm a boomer. Did Elon want to change PayPal? Dude, I need to text to speech. I could have had this search twice now. At the turn of the century, Musk had wanted to use the name X.com, the new name of Twitter, for the company now known as PayPal that he was building with Peter Thiel and Max Levchin. See? You can try and mansplain to me things, okay? But you can't mansplain to the man, okay? I know various bits of information that have little to no effect on the greater world, okay? It's called scialism. My scialistic knowledge is true to roof, baby.
Is on the phone with the world leader. This is a guy no one voted for in an election. We've not really ever seen anything like this in American politics. Yes, America has had robber barons. It's had...
Oh, we've never seen anything like this in American politics. We've never seen the rich influence our politicians. We've never seen them do it so openly. You know why? Because most of them don't want to be the center of attention. But guess who does? Our boy Elon, he eats this shit up. How many other billionaires have you seen host Saturday Night Live than these two on the screen? Sorry, Mushmouth, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the gentleman behind you on the screen. Both hosts of Saturday Night Live right there. Of course they want to be on fucking screen with their oligarchy.
Plutocrats, politically connected captains of industry. But I don't think we've quite ever gotten this. The world...
The name X is Musk's sonnetu. He love it all. He love it. What did I think of Agatha all along? I thought it was fine. Like, did you watch The Penguin? Did you watch Agatha all along? I watched both of them. I think The Penguin was more well done, but less interesting. And I think Agatha all along was like more interesting and like more also like basic with its like, oh, cute, you know, cutesy. It was more like The Penguin was good, but also predictable. And Agatha all along was like, oh, look at this weird shit. Da 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 da. It was. I liked them both enough, but I wasn't in love with either of them, you know? Wolford says, Billy, do you like cartoons? You bet your sweet bippy. I like cartoons. I don't watch them very often because I'm a grown-ass man. But every once in a while, I'll watch some cartoons.
World's richest man fashioning himself into a shadow minister of the president with a growing monopoly over information and American technology. And again, it's not just Musk. It's not going to be an oligarchy of one. I mean, Trump has long been looking for a posse. Remember back in the spring...
He's long been looking for a posse. My posse's on Pennsylvania Avenue. Posse up. Me and Elon Musk was rolling with some Teslas. Trump just won the president thanks to heavyweight wrestlers, Undertaker endorsement, little Hulk Hogan, taking over America, MAGA town from Manhattan to Hoboken. So stupid. So stupid. New York Times. At a dinner, Trump assailed climate rules and asked for $1 billion from big oil. Oh, no. Big oil affecting our country's political landscape? How could they?
When he brought all the oil executives to Mar-a-Lago and promised them good times and lax regulations if they would back his election campaign with $1 billion. They passed at the time, but I bet their thinking has evolved this week. There's plenty of billionaires jockeying for status in Trump's stable of oligarchs, hoping to be the government behind the government, especially...
Should have taken my deal, big oil. Elon gave me $1 billion, and now everybody's going to be driving electric cars. Thanks to Elon giving me $1 billion. Big oil, you cheapskates. Your time's up. Honestly, I know there's chances for our world to just go to shit because of everything happening, right? But what if some of these things change the course of the future? Like, what if we just, this is it. Big oil's done. Tesla's through the roof. What if big oil made a mistake? You know that's not going to happen. Agatha was maybe a step down from WandaVision, but I thought it was fine too. Yeah, I think that there was some good stuff in Agatha all along that WandaVision couldn't pull off. I think some of the episodes with the older witch, where like it was super telegraphed. The previous episodes where she's like talking out of turn and she's saying things that don't make sense to the rest of the script. Like, oh, they're building up to a plot where she's been channeling different parts of time. It was pretty obvious. But the Penguin was telegraphed too. Like you knew from the beginning. I don't want to spoil these shows for people, but literally the very ending of Penguin, the last episode, you could see the pieces were all put in from the first episode and throughout the episodes. Nothing novel about either of those shows, except when things did fall into place with the older witch on her time balance episode, the way time mixed up. I thought it was well done. It was impressive. I was like, okay, you put the pieces there, and then now that it's time to get the ingredients there, you pulled off the recipe. I thought it was good. And I thought the Agatha story with her son delivered well. I thought that was good. Good enough. Like the whole show was mid with some very good high points, impressive high points for Agatha all along. And Penguin, I think, there was less high points in Penguin, but overall Penguin had like a higher level of achievement overall. Like the bar was higher for Penguin across the board, but Agatha all along kind of broke the bar and Agatha had higher heights to me. 10-10 would smash. Aubrey Plaza is, you gotta see her in the Megalopolis movie, and then you gotta see her in My Old Ass. Both came out recently. Good movies. Everybody will talk shit on Megalopolis, but it's a great movie. I love that it was completely, it was Coppola, right? Francis Ford Coppola. He funded the whole thing himself. He's been working on it for 30 years or something. I love it. I wish it was Penguin all along. Dude, you know how much better that show would be? It's Penguin all along. Random guy says the Penguin finale was pretty dope. I like that they don't really redeem Oz Cobb. He's just a villain. That's where I think you're wrong. That's where I think you're wrong. I think Oz Cobb was redeemed in the end. I think he knew it would be cruel I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but it had a very telegraphed Old Yeller moment that you should have seen from the very beginning. Vivian Vodun says I was absolutely gagged on Penguin. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I'm not hip enough to know if gagged is good or bad. Where I come from, it could go either way. Little Bump Stock says, "Seen my old ass was okay, was wanting more Aubrey." Oh, there was perfect amounts of Aubrey in my old ass. It was a good movie. Shia LaBeouf is in Megalopolis. Adam Driver is in Megalopolis. The cast of Megalopolis is through the roof. It's a wacky movie, but it's really good for being what it is. Like I'm not saying it's like a great movie, but it's a great watch. If you go into Megalopolis and you like leave angry or you dislike the movie, you did something wrong. Your cousin legit just told you to watch My Old Ass. Yeah, it's good. My Old Ass is a good little movie. It's got a interesting, I want to say sci-fi element to it, but it's also like very indie, small budget, well written little film. Your wife was pissed? Oh no. Wasn't expecting to cry during it? Yeah. It's the only way that it made sense, right? I was expecting, like, see, I don't like to brag in front of everybody, but as most of you here know, I have a superior genius level intellect, and it's not something that I use well, right? I use it for very minimal things. I use it for making dick and fart jokes. I use it for social interaction, making people like me. My likability, I focus on likability. And then I use it to understand why things are the way they are. My intuition is through the roof because of my genius level intellect. I also use it to make little shit and fart rhymes too. You can see, if you've ever listened to my music, you know there's something going on in my head that is, genius. But my intuition is strong. So whenever I go to a movie, I'm pretty much like halfway through the movie, I got it figured out, right? And it doesn't ruin the movie for me. And I'm always happy when I'm like surprised. But you see things coming and then you want to see how the story plays out. So even if you knew what was coming, it's still fun to watch. So I was prepared for the ending. Random guy says, I don't think I want to gag on OX, on Ox, on Oz, on I think just, are you talking like Paul Bunyan stuff? Blue the Babe the Big Blue Ox? What are you gagging on with Babe the Big Blue Ox? What are you suggesting Paul Bunyan does? Exactly, Beardshire. I'm like a gender-bent Matlock. I'm like the male version of Matlock.
Big tech billionaires like Musk. As 4 of The Atlantic puts it, there's a distinct twist to the aims of the big tech oligarchs. They don't simply want to insulate themselves from regulators and courts. Ultimately, they want to exploit their relationship with the government in order to supplant it. They want to be the ones who gain control of programs and systems that were once the purview of the state. Their alliance with Trump is, at bottom, a power grab.
Oh no, a power grab. It's going to be a weird 4 years. It's going to be a very weird 4 years. Speaking of a weird 4 years, this is a Fox News segment. What will dating look like after Trump's win? I have no idea. I don't pre-watch most of these videos, so I just saw this title and I was like, well, this looks like it's going to be content farm. Let me close out of some of these old little tooties.
As someone who hosts a sex podcast.
What? As somebody who hosts a sex podcast? So Trump's America dating is going to be all on sex podcasts? Okay. Would you guys listen to me if I had a sex podcast? Like, could you imagine? Like, I think this is a sex podcast where he gets on with a partner and talks about how they have sex. Would you guys watch my sex podcast? All by myself?
A political podcast, okay, and has frequented sex clubs as part of your research. Do you think the election kind of dials up people's kinks and sexualities? Like, are Republicans dressing up in like Kamala outfits or anything weird like that?
Why is this guy interviewing her from the back seat? Is this? For a second I thought I was watching like Taxi Cab Confessions or even Cash Cab. What, you thought this was a sex podcast? It might be. I'm 100% sure there's a non-zero amount of people watching right now that are playing with themselves, you little sickos. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I see the guy that helped Johnny Somali with his apology. Apologized for helping with him and knows he got tricked now. Oh, I didn't know that. That whole situation is crazy. I think I have something here about that too.
Or Democrats.
What would my sex podcast be called? You don't want to know. You want to know? 2 peas in a pod.
Doing January 6 inches. What's going on?
I think it's definitely possible because I think there's so much repression.
Did he say January 6 inches? I gotta rehear his punchline there.
6 inches.
I remember when Shia LaBeouf did the watch all my movies thing. It was great. When he was watching Even Stevens, that was my favorite part of it. I didn't watch him watch the whole thing, but I would see clips of it. And when he started watching his Even Stevens movie, he like had this bright look on his face. So cute. Got to hear what this guy says about it. I think he said January 6 inches, and I don't know what the setup was.
What's going on?
I think it's definitely possible because I
Did I
think
miss
there's
it again?
so much repression.
Do I keep stepping over the guy's punchline?
Dressing up in like Kamala outfits or anything weird like.
Jess Bro donated $5. Only if I can co-host on your sex podcast.
It's the only way you'd listen. I'm going to have a sex podcast, and everybody's going to be involved in it. Everybody watching is going to be involved in it. How's that sound? I don't want to leave anybody out. If you're watching, you're part of the podcast.
That or Democrats doing January 6 inches.
Okay, so Democrats, I think I still haven't got this joke. Democrats doing January 6 inches?
Like, are Republicans dressing up in like.
I think I got to go further back.
Part of your research. Do you think the election kind of dials up people's kinks and sexualities? Like,
Okay, do you think the election dials up people's kinks and sexualities?
are Republicans dressing up in like Kamala outfits or anything weird like that?
Are Republicans dressing up in Kamala outfits or anything weird like that? That's kind of weird. Kamala role play, Republicans that want to have sex with Kamala. Like, is that like a hate fucking thing for Republicans? That's a little weird.
Or Democrats doing January 6 inches. What's
That's a good size. I think the Democrats representing the national average is a good thing.
going on?
I think it's definitely possible.
Revolting Machines is Billy, can I be on that? Literally everybody is on the sex podcast, okay? Everybody. WORG.
possible because I think there's so much repression in politics on both sides. You have to present this vision of yourself exactly how you want society to see it. And so anytime part of you is repressed, the other side of you gets so much kinkier.
But again,
Anytime one part of you is repressed, the other side gets so much kinkier, which is why the Republican National Convention had Grindr shut down because of all the usage at the RNC. The party that wants to stomp out gay living had Grindr shut down at their convention because everybody there just were degens trying to butt fuck. Let's go.
does that also mean that like some of the kinky stuff that's going on is branding?
Possibly.
So do people virtue signal in sex clubs? Like when someone gets walked around on a dog leash, do they point out that they're a rescue?
I can see it.
Do they point out that they're a rescue? I like when people make jokes about kinks. Because the jokes are always super basic, but at the same time, these people's knowledge of kinks are pretty much super basic too. So you're just outing yourself as being super basic. Like my knowledge of kinks, advanced. My knowledge of comedy, advanced. If I was going to make a kink joke right now, I wouldn't. Because it would be a vor joke. And I've lost my appetite. Okay, that joke sucked. Moving on.
Shout out to my girl, Corinne Fisher. That's a clip. We've actually played that before, and I had to bring it back because
I had to bring it back. Okay, so this isn't even post-election stuff. This is just his, highlight reel. I like how this guy is dressed. Like he's about ready to host a tiki bar trivia contest.
Got to talk hookers for a minute. Another highbrow moment for this show. The woman of the night might be picking up some extra business as the women of the left are reportedly going on a sex strike. Let me read you this. Liberal chicks are upset with Trump's victory. They're said to be following in the footsteps of South Korea's 4B movement, which saw those women protest the election of a conservative leader by vowing to abstain from sex, dating, marriage, and having children.
The 4B movement? Were any of those B related? What are the 4Bs?
Yes. And now that's a tricky situation because unlike South Korea, half the liberal women here are men. But either way you slice it, it is an odd way to show your support for Kamala Harris, a woman accused of sleeping her way to the middle. Let's talk about this, panel. First of all, I'm embarrassed for the...
Earlier, I saw a tweet where the left were calling Melania an escort and a hooker, saying, because Melania doesn't want to have Jill Biden do the first lady luncheon thing at the White House where they do the passing of the torch, whatever. The first ladies meet. She turned her down when Biden came in 2020, and she turned her down now with the invite this time around. And people are like, Jill Biden's so classy and Melania is just a hooker and an escort. And it's like, we don't really need to tear down sex workers or women based on whether or not they fuck for money or whatever they do. Just because Melania doesn't want to play ball, right? Doesn't want to follow through with tradition. I think that's kind of tacky. But then I watch these people, they're like, Kamala sleeped her way to the middle. And I'm like, this is exactly why we don't want to do that. Because that's this is not tactful. It's very shitty either way to dog down on a woman who may or may not have enjoyed fucking at a professional level. People who fuck and are professionals should be able to fuck and be professional. I haven't been able to fuck or be professional. I'm a sloppy man. But if I could, I feel like I shouldn't be shamed for it.
Women in this country right now, if for no other reason, then there are oppressed women around the world. Like they're modeling after South Korean women, not North Korean women, because they're starving, working in a labor camp right now. Kaylin, are you embarrassed for the women, or am I not getting it?
Whole question for the women. These liberal women are shaving their heads, protesting.
Oh, on the TikTok chicks? Yeah.
So shaving their heads to protest the election results. Why don't these women just start with shaving their armpits?
The joke, very telegraphed. Funny enough, but the timing was a little sticky. Funny enough, I don't know if she's a comedian, whatever turning point action is. Cute joke. It's crazy how often women will shave their heads in like a great time of emotional distress. You can see a lot of people are hurt. Girl online says, by the way, I searched for it, and 4B stands for 4 Korean words that all begin with bai, meaning no. Baihan, no marriage. Bai Chusan, no childbirth. Bayone, no romance. Bisexu, no sexual relationship. I got to change my Tinder profile to bisexu. Right now it just says pan pizza.
So, but you're basically saying, because I saw this video, and a lot of us watched it, and we were like, none of these chicks were getting laid before this.
No.
Is that what we're dealing with here?
None of these chicks were getting laid before this. We seen all these women online complaining. None of them was getting the meat stick. None of them was getting the pro bono. They ain't getting it anymore. They ain't getting it then. They ain't getting it now. Can't be a hunger strike if you're anorexic. Whap, whap. Whap, whap.
Here?
Yeah, it's like me saying, I'm not going to play in the NBA. I'm going to boycott the NBA.
Since Trump won.
Yeah, it's like me saying I'm not going to play in the NBA. Yeah. What does this guy do? Sits on Fox News and tells half jokes on this cool Saturday night with Jimmy Fallon show. Oh, my poor guy. You're not going to be in the NBA. I think the sentiment behind saying you're going to give up all these things to prove a point gets people talking. Whether you were getting it, giving it, whatever before, doesn't matter. It's something to get people talking. The same reason you people are talking right now, you're perpetuating it. So it worked to an extent, whether or not they give it up. I think no human being should give up their own happiness. But I do think people should give up all these 4 things for unhappiness reasons. I think most people that partake in these 4 things do it out of being told that's what society expects for them, and they don't really know what they want or need in this world. So yeah, give up these 4 Bs just so you can find out who and what you are in this world, and then have all the Bs you want.
Trump won.
Zioli's that
I'm not playing for the Eagles.
He's
you
out.
can kiss my...
Yeah.
And also...
Yeah. These guys aren't having consensual sex either. It's messed up, dude. It's messed up. I do see people on a regular basis, and they kind of like self-snitch on, like, they're like, yeah, you know, like a girl always, I always want to have sex more than the girl does. That's like a regular thing as a guy. And I'm like, no, that's not a regular thing. You should not always want to have sex more than your partner does. If anything, the girl should want to have sex more. You should be too busy being a man. And when I say a man, I'm talking about building sky towers, flying airplanes, creating new Pokemon. These are things men do, okay? You should be focused on that, and then your significant other should be like, baby, you're so hot doing man stuff. You just created an awesome new Pokemon. I want you so bad. She's like, yes, come and get me.
Aren't we going to just eradicate liberalism if they just don't procreate anymore?
Sure.
I mean, this kind of seems like the answer.
A win
right?
is a win.
A win is a win-win.
Don't worry. You weirdo Republicans with your, admitted earlier, the more conservative you are, the more kinks you hide. You said that at the beginning of this segment. You weird motherfuckers are going to continue to have gay kids. And I don't think the gay kids are going to come out conservative in the same numbers that you push out the other kids. Acts like conservative parents ain't never given birth to liberals. Matter of fact, only conservatives breeding is probably better off for a huge liberal resurgence because most people don't want to be like their parents. There's going to be a huge belt buckle rebellion. We're kind of in this situation right now because there were so many boomer liberals who were like, no, everybody deserves to be happy. We have a Trump America right now because we used to live in a world where they had participation trophies. And people are like, wait a second. Everybody gets an award except me. I have to be the racist white guy that incel that gets nothing out of life. But we were all given rewards when we were kids. Fuck it. We're going to march. We're going to insurrect. I like how he made the Democratic January 6th insurrection, January 6 inches joke about the Democrats. Like, when he knew damn well that wasn't a Democrat thing, dude. You were trying to make the little dick joke off January 6th work on the other party. You shifty little fucker. Exactly. Sticky in the chat says both my parents are evangelical conservatives and I'm a heathen. My point exactly. If you guys don't know Sticky's been a longtime fan of the Drunken Peasants podcast. Nothing but heathens over there. And Sticky is a known, I don't know, what are you, like a hippie or something? Don't you make art? Yeah. Yeah, Sticky. You're an artist. Obviously, conservatives made you. No liberals could have made a Sticky. Only hot Christian smegma can make a Sticky. Traditionally, I always point Sticky out in chat because Sticky's name, I'll be honest with you, I find it funny. I think it's funny. Whenever I see Sticky's name, I have an internal chuckle.
They just don't reproduce, and we're good.
Danny, you want to talk these women out of it? Where does this go for you?
See, here's the thing. I actually don't want to talk these women out of this.
Okay.
Because these women are...
Because I don't believe women consent in the beginning, okay? I never cared about women's consent 4 years ago or 4 years from now. I'm a chud sicko.
Absolutely nightmares to date. You just know that. Like, there's so many guys who are just dodging such a bullet right now from them.
Made it easier for you guys.
Yeah, you're like, if some guy would have been like, oh, maybe I'm going to date her, and then she starts shaving off her head on TikTok, you go, whoo! Boy, did I dodge one there. So
I would say that 95% of the time that a woman has shaved off her hair, it's been directly attributed to the distress that a man caused her. I'd say maybe 1 in 20 women who have shaved off their hair did it because they got bubble gum stuck in it, or they wanted to start wearing wigs and they fit comfortably. 95% are reaction to dickhead men. I'm gonna make that claim right now with zero evidence to back it up. As you know, I'm a super genius. My intuition is always on point.
I think it's a good thing. I think this is just natural. This is Darwin right here.
Yeah, it is.
Seth Looks brings up a good point. I'm not even sure if women are real. As a male myself, I think that that's valid, and I respect that.
Because it's a true story. It's like even if you were attracted to one of those girls, you take her out to dinner, and now you're getting yelled at for ordering steak because meat is murder. Like that whole thing. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get out
I
of
think
here.
this is the most underrated positive coming out of this election. The plot twist is that conservative men marry conservative women, and we all have more babies, and the world's happy.
The world's happy. I dated a liberal once, and during the 2004 Republican convention here in New York, she dressed up as a skeleton and laid on the streets to protest the Iraq War. And I said, I have a feeling you're not going to meet my mother. You know, it's just like one of those gut instincts.
Can I circle back?
Yeah, I have a feeling you're not going to meet my mother. A woman who acts and thinks on her own and does bold things. I could never take her home to my mom because I care more about what my parents think. Like, that's such a weasel statement. They're not going to take you home to mom. I could never take an independent thinking woman home to mom. I need to take somebody who will hide all of her interests in front of my mother, because that's what my mother had to do to be with my father. And that's what I had to do to be raised by a mother that could never think or feel for herself. She was just a pincushion and incubator for my father's whim. This guy looks like a squirt. You're a squirt, dude. Your parents are both like probably generationally unhappy people. Like me, I'm a gigantic Viking-blooded, like I am just, my features, albeit I'm a little portly, I'm a little on the fat side. My features are features of beautiful, strong, giant warrior people, okay? My parents made me because there was some sport behind it. There was some real carnal knowledge that went into making me. You are obviously just generations of comfort and women, timid women, getting with men who had generational wealth to make you. You have the masculinity of Rhea Perlman. Was it Amy Sedaris? That what I'm thinking of? You look like an Amy Sedaris character. Was it the Kids with Candy or whatever that show was? You look like an old comedian woman playing a male. Like you don't exist in a world where warriors win. You are the case of generations of comfortable people being comfortable. I'm sorry if you look like him and you're watching right now. I know why you're watching. You need heroes. Every common man needs a Thor. I'm your Thor. Okay? And I love you and I protect you and I value your existence.
Beardshire funded $5. Jackbox and chill, bud.
Jackbox and chill, bud. I'll swig to that. Did Seattle make Billy gay drinking the gay coffee? Dude, I am literally the most masculine person in the world. Zap Rosedower. Where'd you get that Billy the Fridge action figure in the thumbnail? That was Clay Dabbler. He does Clay Lawcow people. He's done like Boogie and Fatty, Airsoft Fatty. He's done Cobra, Ricky Berwick. He did one of me. Dude's highly talented. Like, I am actual masculinity. And you won't believe me. You won't, like, any man who's like in the manosphere, any man in the manosphere, like, you're not a man. You're not what I've been told being a man is. Anybody who looks towards another man for their vision of what a man is a facsimile of what a man is. A man looks within himself, okay? A man looks within himself and achieves greatness from that seed of self. That seed of self grows into a great oak tree, not from the world around him, but within himself. You dweebs will never know what it's like to stand on your own 2 feet and be a man, because you were always looking towards somewhere else to get validation, somewhere else to fill in your inadequacies. Well, if I do like he does, I'm a man because he's what I think a man is. Man, you're the man. You're the man. When you realize within yourself you have everything it takes to be the man.
Seth Looks donated $5. Billy, you are intimidating with your hypermasculinity. I'm giving you my lunch money.
That's literally what I was doing that for. Cheers to you, Seth Looks. I'm going to spend your lunch money on prostitutes and malt liquor. In the sun. And Alpha doesn't call himself a goddamn alpha. Yeah, man, branding. If you fall within branding, you're not him. You're not him. If you have to wear labels, you're not him. It's so easy to just be yourself and be amazing. And most people won't know that because they do the hard part. They chase being something else. So many people run away from themselves. That's the hard way. You're doing it the hard way. Let's watch Beetle Bop talk more shit.
Back of all of her crazy ideas, you did kind of just lay out the groundwork for a MAGA dating app.
Yeah.
There'd be money in that.
Yeah. Why is everyone looking at me?
No.
You just laid out the groundwork for a MAGA dating app. There'd be money in that. Yeah, it made a lot of money. It was called Ashley Madison. It was a bunch of men thinking they were cheating on their wives, but it was a scam, and they all got outed. That's the MAGA dating app. Ashley Madison. Ask about it. The MAGA dating app is driving down to the street to get a blowjob from a street walking prostitute and then going home to your family and telling your children that you have morals and ethics. The MAGA dating app is Grindr. It literally shut down at the Republican National Convention. MAGA dating apps exist. Even Christian Mingle has more validity across the party lines than what the MAGA dating app really is. Yeah, a real alpha calls himself a Sigma because they're humble. Isn't Sigma above alpha? Isn't a Sigma male like the alpha of alphas? I just know that the kids meme about it. And whenever 12-year-old kids use terms, then I know those are the terms I want to use to describe my masculinity. Once the 12-year-olds have it, it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm a man. I'm an alpha. I'm a Sigma. I have skibbity riz. I got skibbity riz. I'm a man. There's no better way to say this, but like, you don't know how to be the man. There's no real guidebook to being the man. You gotta just be the man, and then you realize the world rewards you. It's crazy.
Oh, I thought it was a good idea. I thought there was money in that.
I'm not going to steal your idea.
I'm going to give you a hard time. You could actually, you could have a January 6th dating app called...
We don't need to, though. Just look for the women that haven't shaved their
Yeah,
heads.
plenty of steps. It could be called Plenty of Steps. You know what I
Plenty of steps? What is it? She said, you don't need a MAGA dating app. Just look for the women who don't shave their head. Yeah.
6 dating app called...
We don't need to, though. Just look for the women that haven't shaved their
Yeah,
heads.
plenty of steps. It could be
A January 6th dating app. It's called Meeting at the Capitol. Plenty of steps. Oh, these guys, so cute. This is what, almost 4 years after that happened, and you're milking it for bit comedy. Use the January 6th gimmick earlier for your little dick joke on the Democrats, and now you're bringing it back for your MAGA dating app.
called Plenty of Steps. You know what I mean?
No,
But
it's
I think
the
it's funny.
insurrection app. I love it. I mean, come on.
So dirty. But what I...
Speedy Roman says, I'm just a boomer, so whatever I say don't matter. Isn't it great? Isn't it's so much better when you realize nothing you says matters, because nothing anybody says matters ever. People put weight in other people's words, and you've made them matter. They didn't matter until you put weight into them, until you accepted them as some sort of fact. None of them mattered. None of this matters. Action speaks louder than words, and those are words that don't matter as well.
I'm noticing is every one of these meltdowns is coming from the people, number one, who are going to be fine. Like if you're a Hollywood celebrity, you're Stephen Colbert, you're Jimmy Kimmel. Number one, you're fine. Number two, you know who else is fine? All of these people, because none of their rights are going away.
Right.
They didn't run on, we're taking away women's rights. They didn't run on, we'll ban abortion, nor...
They didn't run on. Well, they've kind of seen rights that they were accustomed to disappear. I don't know how you can say none of your rights are being taken away when there are plans to take away some of the rights people have right now. I don't know what point he's trying to make here.
Could they ban abortion? Because there's nothing going on at the federal level.
New World Order, observation is perception, perception is reality. It's how you manifest. There's some fact there. You know me, these guys are fun and wacky because their desk looks like the wall of Applebee's. I wanted to say something about that earlier. I didn't break it down so concisely as the wall of Applebee's, but in my head, I'm like, there is something clever to say about this desk, but it was such a short clip that I saw of the desk. And I was like, we're moving on to conversation. Pass it up. Thank you, Seth Lux, for chiming in with the wall of Applebee's line. The desk definitely had some tchotchkes on it.
Level, it's a state's issue. So this is all performative victimhood. And that's why the left lost the country.
Yes.
Is because people in positions of privilege were trotting themselves out there to tell you they were oppressed and demonized. They did that with the Obamas. They do it at every convention with John Legend. He comes in and sings Glory from Selma, which is a phenomenal song, phenomenal movie, phenomenal cause. But when he sings one day, our ship will sail in. Yeah. I'm like, you live in a $40 million apartment on Fifth Avenue. What does this ship look like exactly?
That is a good point. Having all these mega successful people tell struggling people that things are going to get better doesn't help. One thing that the MAGA rallies had, those people all were struggling. Even Elon Musk, who's the richest man in the world, is struggling not to be looked at as a fool, right? Trump is struggling to be looked at as a legitimate president. All those people were struggling, so a struggling America identifies with that more than Beyonce. Good point there.
But it's like when Obama comes out and says, to the...
Oh, fuck, I was going to pause on this desk. Let's pause on this desk. He's got the cool license plate cut up to read his name, Jimmy Failure. Is his name Jimmy Failure? Is that like if Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon both failed on broadcast television? They get a job at Fox News as failures. You got the New York taxi service, cute on air. So cute. He's got Polaroid photos. He's got the wooden stars. Was this just Tucker Carlson's old desk covered in tchotchkes now? Got a little checkerboard on the side here to match his black and white ensemble and his golden shoes. My guy had to sit at the end there so you can show off his shoes because these other people don't get to show off their shoes. He's got to show at least one of his golden shoes. That was by design. He's got to sit on the end. You got to be able to see under the table for me. You got to be able to see at least one of my shoes because I'm always going to be peacocking with some sort of cool shoe and my cool jacket. I'm going to look like a guy who is hosting karaoke off strip in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, it's like when Obama comes out and says, to the brothers, and then goes back to Martha's Vineyard, the whitest place in America. But there's something else.
Where he gets called the brother.
Right.
Because it's not plural.
Right, yeah. and all these people are making so much money that even Bernie Sanders came out and said the Democrat Party lost.
So that cringy brothers comment did set up our guy Jimmy Failure to make a moderately funny comment where Obama gets called the brother because he's the only black guy there. That was funny. That was good. Point to Jimmy Failure. That was a quick response. Good joke right there.
Working class voters. So the working class voters, they abandoned them. The working class voters abandoned the Democrat Party.
Yep.
I mean, it makes sense. These are the elites, the faculty elites.
Yeah, that's what it is. They lost the working class.
Yeah. Trump was hanging out with steelworkers the night before the election, and Kamala Harris was on the Parkway in Philadelphia with Oprah and Ricky Martin. By the way, I didn't even know Ricky Martin was still a thing.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
That's a thing. Ricky Martin, huge in the Latin community. We all grew up on Ricky Martin, Upside, Inside Out, Living La Vida Loca. He is a thing. Don't talk down on Ricky Martin. Oprah and Ricky Martin. I love how Ricky Martin was there simply as a response to Tony Hinchcliffe's Puerto Rico joke. Tony Hinchcliffe's garbage Puerto Rican island joke at the Nazi rally made the end of election, made Biden call him half of America garbage, the MAGA fans garbage. He called them all garbage. Then Trump shows up in a garbage truck. And then Ricky Martin gets to stand on stage with Oprah. Like that, there's some weight behind that. That's an impressive turn of events, actually.
I found out.
Wow.
But he's with steelworkers in Pittsburgh, and she's with Oprah on the Parkway. You see what I mean? The
I love
difference
it.
right there?
Yeah. He's hanging out with the working class.
Yeah.
She's hanging out with the wine glass. It's a totally different. Anyway, click here.
I like how he knew that joke was mid, and he had to end it off with, he had to trail off with anyway. Let's watch him trail off with the anyway.
It's a totally different. Anyway.
He's like, anyway. I knew it was mid. He's like, I had to take the joke. This entire segment has been full of mid jokes. I think his joke about Obama being the only black guy, where there's only a brother, that was a good one. And then the girl's joke about them not needing to shave their head, shave their armpits, probably the runner-up. Her delivery was a little shaky, but I will always judge comedy. Always. Because I'm a fat man sitting at his desk streaming to a handful of people, okay? I will always judge other people's attempts at entertainment. You guys want to see some shit, dude? You guys want to see some cool shit? What the fuck happened to my camera? You guys want to see some? My camera tilted. Let me fix that. You guys want to see some cool shit, dude? Let Billy, guy with opinions. So, trigger warning, this is a firefighter with a GoPro on fighting a fire. I don't know if you guys are ready for this. This is intense. This is like 15 seconds in, and I'm like, holy hell. Man, there's like obviously a protocol they go through to make this as safe as possible, and they're very much a necessity. But this is tough. This is like something could collapse right now. It could be a huge gust, a backdraft. Could send a huge gust of basically fuel to blow fire at them. They're like, this is crazy. And then the entire time that they're not fighting fires, I have a buddy who was a firefighter. Real nice guy. I met him through Magic the Gathering. And he would just be sitting there chilling. He'd be sitting there chilling, playing Magic online. And he'd be like, Billy, he'd message me, but Billy, could you log into my account and finish my game? He'd be like, I'm about to I have to go save a life, basically. He'd always be on call for a fire. And he'd be like playing Magic online. And he'd be like, could you log in and try and win it for me? And most of the time, I would give him a little W. Not every time, you know. But he's a good guy, and I was happy to play some Magic with him. Love that guy. My point was that a lot of the time, there's so much downtime. You're just waiting. You're sitting at a fire department on call, 40 hours sleeping, getting woken up, you know. You're just waiting to walk into something like this. You're just nothing. You're completely bored. You're filling time. And then out of nowhere, you're walking into one of the most intense situations. Very crazy. All this smoke now coming from the fire. You're far enough away from the opening where the air can get in. Your visualization is so much lower because you're like just smoked out, but you could see that burning flame. I don't know, dude. This is intense stuff to me. Seth looks, I would try to make friends with fire. Dude, imagine if you were a firefighter and you like learned to talk to fire, and instead of going out every day and killing fire, you could convince fire to just sit down and play Magic cards with you. I'm sure fire plays mono red burn, you know. I'm sure fire is a mono red player. So you just like combat him with some control. Throw a couple islands in your deck. You'll be fine. You hear that in the background? Is that their breathing apparatus? Is that what that is? Every time you inhale, you got to like breathe in through a apparatus, then exhale. Everything here was fine until the Fire Nation attacked. Need more water benders on site. Firefighters are basically water benders, right? Pyromaniacs are basically Fire Nation. Does that make people who air dry their laundry, is that like the airbenders? What would an airbender equivalent be? Someone who walks around farting on people, is that the equivalent of an airbender? Was Aang from Avatar, The Last Airbender, was he the human equivalent of someone who just farts on people? Is there like hydro grenades or something? Like a compact grenade that can explode and mix like elements together at a hyper speed to like make a huge, like a small compact explosion of water? Does that exist? Am I like stupid? Is that impossible? It's I don't know if it exists. I don't know if I'm stupid. I don't know if I'm like in a fantasy world or if it actually exists. I could probably look it up, but I'm not going to. Air fryers are top tier airbending. I love air fryers. I'm thinking of water balloons. Like I'm talking about something like a water balloon, but it's more of like, you know how a bomb is small, but its explosion is huge? I guess there's something the size of a water balloon that then explodes a huge amount of water, like more than would be contained within the size of the device that explodes the water, you know? Is there like a hydrosplosion technique that exists? You guys are fucking picking on me just because I'm stupid. I'll have you know there's no such thing as stupid questions, just stupid people. Okay? Powder bombs, the powder puts it out? Interesting. Hold up, Seth looks says maybe there's something like that with a fire retard foam. What is fire retard foam? I'm over here thinking of a hydro bomb. And you're interested in something called fire retard foam? Googling fire retard foam. Fire retard foam. It's like a $15 can of fire block. Fire retardant foam is a specialist type of foam that is designed to withstand flames. It is chemically treated in such a way that it's able to withstand a source of ignition. There's that foam that like explodes in like a hallway and then will like make a blockade in a hallway. I'm not making that up, right? Exploding foam blockade. Is that the fire retardant foam? Sponge bomb. How does sponge bomb work? Oh, we are watching this YouTube video. How does sponge bomb work? Fucking magnets. How do they work? Holy shit, man. Sponge bomb? We fucking with a sponge bomb now. There's about 30 seconds left in this video. I was hoping it would show them put the fire out, but I would be surprised if this thing goes out in the next 30 seconds. Yeah, it doesn't go out. SpongeBob SquarePants, SpongeBob SquarePants. Let me see if I can pull up this SpongeBob video. I had to send it from my phone to my computer.
Welcome to Structon Engineering. Today we are going to talk about the sponge bomb technology that Israel may use to seal and block off Hamas tunnels. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything.
What the fuck? You guys see this? Do you guys see this right here? What? Did you see that? That was some major shit right there.
In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this new weapon and how it works. But before we get into that, make sure...
You see the color it changes too? Like, I don't know what we're looking at here, right? I don't know how devastating this is. Like, you see the old videos of the nuclear bombs, the Tsar Bomba, the huge explosions. This looks so much cooler. This is like if Nickelodeon made a bomb. This is the cutest bomb.
Tunnels. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this new weapon and how it works. But before we get into that, make sure you don't...
Imagine you're fleeing for your safety from a bomb raid, and the one way out, all of a sudden, you get Nickelodeon gacked and you're fucking stuck.
Think about SpongeBob every time I mention the sponge bomb, and please make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the...
He did the joke. He did the joke. I saw you guys do the joke in chat. I was thinking the joke. Did I say SpongeBob SquarePants? Did I say it too? Because I saw you guys say it. I might have forgot if I said it. He did the joke.
Bell icon to get notified of my latest videos. And if you enjoy this video, don't forget to smash that like button and share it.
Yeah, those of you watching right now, smash that like button. Share it with your elders. Share it with your little elders, baby. SpongeBob SquarePants.
With your friends. Now, let's get started. The sponge bomb is a kind of chemical grenade that contains no explosives, but can be...
The chemical grenade? Did he just say grenade like it was a tropical drink?
Be used to fill gaps or tunnel entrances with hard foam. It is designed to trap Hamas fighters underground and prevent them from escaping or launching attacks. The sponge bomb is one of the secret weapons that Israel...
Dude, it changes color like that. It spreads out. You see how fucking it covered this entire area. And then they say it gets hard. This is wild. Like, I shouldn't have access to these things, but I so badly want sponge bombs. I need to get back into IRL shape. And you know how all the IRL streamers would travel around with tasers? And they'd start shit then tase people they started shit with. I kind of want to start shit and then just let off a sponge bomb. That's content.
Israel may deploy during its ground invasion of Gaza, which has been under heavy bombardment by Israeli airstrikes since October 7th, when Hamas launched a surprise attack on Israel. The sponge bomb consists of two liquids that are separated by a metal barrier inside a plastic container. When the barrier is removed, the liquids mix and react rapidly, creating a liquid emulsion that expands and hardens within seconds.
Oh my God, guys. Do you realize what they just told me? Do you guys understand what they just told me? They just told me how to make a sponge bomb. I don't recommend anybody Google the ingredients to do this. I'm going to forget that now I know how to, and that I would only need to Google the ingredients to do so. I'm going to forget that. If I'm Googling anything, I'm going to Google the legalities of owning a sponge bomb. Okay? My curiosity. God damn it. Can I buy a sponge bomb? SpongeBob water balloons. AliExpress. These are not. Okay, these are not. The sponge bombers are loofah. Nope. Okay, I'm getting loofah stuff. Okay, so if I try to buy one, it doesn't directly take me to one. So that's answering one question. Are sponge bombs legal to own? I get a ATF Gov warning. Great. 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 I'm only questioning the legalities of this because it looks so cool. Look at them set this off on their porch. Like, this looks so fun.
Sponge bomb can be thrown into a tunnel or a hole where it will fill the space and block it off. The foam is very strong and resistant to fire, water, and chemicals. The sponge bomb is especially useful for dealing with the extensive Hamas tunnel network, which is believed to stretch for hundreds of kilometers underground. Although the Gaza Strip itself is just 25 miles in length, the tunnels are used by Hamas to hide militants, weapons, hostages, and command centers. They also allow Hamas to launch surprise attacks on Israeli towns and soldiers near the border. Israel
How did Hamas build all these tunnels?
has been trying to destroy the tunnels with conventional bombs and bulldozers, but they are often rebuilt or repaired by Hamas. The sponge bomb could give Israel an edge in tunnel warfare, as it could seal off the tunnels and trap the Hamas.
That looks so freaking cool. Like, whatever they were doing there, someone said this was a YouTube video they did that.
Fighters inside them. It could also allow Israeli commandos to secure safe routes to travel while...
Little bump stock. Of course, someone with the name bump stock is going to have me Googling elephant toothpaste. I swear, if this puts me on another list. Elephant toothpaste. It's a foamy substance caused by the quick decomposition of hydrogen peroxide using... I'm not going to read out how to do this. How do you make elephant toothpaste? Shit, dude. It's so easy. I'm not going to make elephant toothpaste, okay?
searching for hostages or targets. The sponge bomb could also be used to fill gaps in walls or buildings, creating barriers or obstacles for the enemy. The sponge bomb is not the first time that foam or slime was considered for military use. American soldiers used foam as a non-lethal tactic against rioters in Somalia in the 1990s. However, the sponge bomb is more advanced and effective than previous versions of foam weapons. The Israel Defense Forces, IDF, have reportedly trained soldiers to use the sponge bombs at the Israeli military's Mini Gaza, a mock-up of the underground tunnel system constructed at the Urban Warfare Training Center in the Negev Desert.
So we saw that giant bucket and that smaller bucket pouring into it. And that's what this did with all that. I wonder how hard all of this is. Those guys ran pretty quickly.
The IDF has not confirmed or denied the existence of the sponge bombs, but some sources have claimed that they have been tested and are ready for deployment. So, what do you think of the sponge bomb technology? Do you think it...
Okay, so yeah, there's no way I was going to buy a sponge bomb because they're not even confirming that they exist. Fucking A. What the hell, man? Is my stream even on anymore? You guys even here? Have you all left because you're afraid? See if I can bring you back with a cool clip. Look at this. This Twitch streamer's cool clip. You have to use concrete drills to remove the elephant toothpaste. Oh my goodness. Fire extinguisher bombs, balls of for fires. Thank you, Abe Traits. That's what started all this. This is short. Knockout punch. That's good stuff right there. How does one do that? That's perfect. So we got the full video of the elephant toothpaste. Are we going to watch the full video? We're not going to watch the full video.
Oh my gosh, here it goes. Oh my gosh!
26 seconds. We're watching it. That was much. We watched the full video, guys. When I said we weren't gonna, we did. Oh, what's up, auto fucking play? Oh my goodness. Sheesh. Let's watch her get hit again.
Jess Bro donated $5. Billy, the FBI are going to raid you now thinking you're going by a sponge bomb law. Better not drop the soap in federal prison.
I'm going to drop the fucking elephant toothpaste in federal prison. They try and corner me in the shower, and then boom, elephant toothpaste everywhere. They ain't getting my butt. Not without elephant toothpaste fight. That's so good. That's such a good clip. GG. GG, good game. Here's a little update on Johnny Somali may face up to 7 years in jail for using AI to fake having a Korean girlfriend. This on top of existing charges that could see him get up to 10 years of jail time. The woman whose image he used to make the AI videos originally pressed charges, but she chose to withdraw them However, he may still get persecuted by South Korea's government as part of a crackdown against explicit content created using AI. He made himself look like he was kissing her through AI. This is him. Someone says, life sentence, please. This is him when he was eating his little meal and then being a little prick. Man's being a little prick. Oh, you're so tough, little prick. You're so tough, little prick. I like, yeah, spilling your noodles on the counter. I kind of would want him to spend 10 years in jail after seeing this video. Like, I don't care what else he did. This alone, 10 years. If I did this, you know, in a store, I would expect to get 5 years. Because I'm a sweet boy. But him, not a sweet boy. He gets 10 years. Facing 7 years because you faked having a girlfriend, gotta be rock bottom. Hilarious. When I was growing up, you just told everybody your girlfriend lived in Canada. That was the old incel. Nowadays, everybody's an incel. They're involuntarily celibate. When I was growing up, everybody had a girlfriend. She just lived in Canada. Yeah, I have a girlfriend. She just doesn't go to the school. Now these guys are incels. What has this world come to? What has this world come to? The world looks mighty good to me. 'Cause Tootsie Rolls are all I see. Whatever it is I think I see becomes a Tootsie Roll to me. Whoopsie Walrus says in Canada we say American girlfriend. We got an American girlfriend. Tootsie Roll, chocolate with the chocolatey chew. Tootsie Roll, I think I'm in love with you. Chat, my friends, I pulled you up on the screen. This is the end, my friends. We're going to be wrapping it up pretty soon. This will be a great time for any last minute you call it type situations. If any angel investors want to donate $1 million, it'll be the perfect time to do so. If any young children watching want to use their parents' credit card, don't. Without permission. Get permission. Tell your mom and dad that you need to pay Billy the Fridge big bucks. Get permission, please. Looks like everybody's ready to wind down. That's a good thing. Check out with Jamaican reggae Chris Chan and Bob video. Is that gonna be the last thing I see tonight? Isn't this just the remix stuff? Y'all crazy.
Yeah, man. Listen closely now. Feel the rhythm flow. It's not even need a captain's log, no. 'Cause this be dead serious, yeah. A few months ago, me take a tour. Inside and outside me, I know everybody on the internet. I watch me start my mother and my father, them vex with me. Oh no, oh no. They blaming me, they blame upon me. Oh yeah, it's me fault, me admit it. Me say, yeah man, me know it's my fault. Me say, I want everything but me heart gone. Take
take it down, but tell you. After when me send detectives, police, all the force me got, just take it off the internet, me beg you stop. Listen to me now. Shut it off, me not care what you do, just get the things them off the web tonight. Me said, do you realize the health department come, the house get condemned. We have to move on to them, see what you post on the net. So take it down fast, yeah. Me I work on it, me make a YouTube video telling them how to take the pics them off on the net now start. But it's out of my control, me say out of my control, me now know where to go. Take them off, now you put them on. You for unload them, me say go do it, me starting. Working, me tell you man, let me make that video for everybody know. Help me get everything off the web, yeah. Listen to me now, I did call my house. Or the health department, I true me said. You done put the knife in our back, now take it out quick, take it out fast. Alright now, let me tell you.
Let me break down, this video's almost over. Let me break down why I find this content to be the fucking worst. Zap. Let me break down why I find this content to be the worst. Like, we've seen this original clip 100 times. We've seen remixes of this like a ton of times. AI music is not impressive to me. I think it's kind of like a letdown, you know, musically, as of someone who makes music. It kind of lets me down. And it like, this isn't good music, right? This isn't good anything, but it triggers those member berries and it's cute, right? It goes against the grain. This cutesy bullshit. So, you know, any update on the rock rat race? I have no idea what that means. Yeah, music is good for a meme. Yeah, no, it can be good. It can be good. But like in moderation. And with this, I remember the first time this like joke was made, and I thought it was funny. And then I saw like 4 or 5 more iterations of it, and I was like, oh, this has lost all of its appeal. It is a novelty, yeah. But my music is also a novelty. And I cry.
The things I'm on the web, yeah. We're working on it. So yeah, please take it off the internet. No. Peace to the people. Curse the trolls.
Like anybody who doesn't know the original source material for this is like, oh, that was fucking weird. What was that? It's just so fucking, to me, this type of content. But Zap. I'm glad we listened to it, and I'm glad we had this talk. This content was important for us to have this talk. So thank you for the recommendation. Sometimes you'll see a Chris Chan song or video, and it's amazing. Let's do the Chris Chan animated intro. That shit is fucking amazing. Which one? This one was 14 years ago? Let's do the one from 3 years ago.
This does not even deserve a captain's log introduction, because this is dead serious.
My name is Christian C, and I am proud to be playing my PS3 with my virginity. There's old trolls and new trolls and good in the fair. Sun issue, rose issue, mine says senior year, and so I found.
And this one sucks, actually. This one is the shitty one. This is the shitty one.
Found a place where there are no homos. My happy man child face. This is a Christian show.
This is the Christian show. This is the shitty intro. I also, to be fair, I am extra picky when it comes to comedy-based music. Like, you have to be great. Good to decent comedy-based music doesn't impress me much. You might have the look, but do you have the touch? Like, I need to be impressed. That doesn't always happen with comedy-based music. A lot of comedy novelty music people like it's very beloved stuff, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not impressed. That's a personal thing. I have my own biases when it comes to music. I'm glad that other people enjoy it, you know? But I can't. Same thing when I watch like a musical. Like when I watch The Joker, if I watch like a Phantom of the Opera, I just get pulled out of the music ensemble unless it's killer. You know? It's got to be killer. And even if it's good, it takes me a while to get over the bullshit of the repetitiveness of show tunes to get into them. Like, it takes me a good minute of watching a new show tune to be like, oh, get over the cringe factor. And then I'll enjoy it. But I have to process through the cringe before I can enjoy it. Remember when I watched Hamilton, I was like, constant cringe. And I was impressed by Hamilton. It was well done. But I had to get over the cringe factor on it all. Let's go to the 14-year-old one. This one's cracking.
Christian Western Chandler is the mayor of Quickville. He's got a lot of things to do. Got a lot of China to steal. Mary Lee Walsh is always waiting to ruin his fun with the chaotic combo at his side.
Gray Alien says, did you just say Phantom isn't killer? Okay, for one, I didn't say that. I said even in a good one like Phantom, it takes me a while to get over the cringe factor of the music being played to enjoy it. Okay? For me, I'm sure a plebeian mind that isn't a musical genius like myself can enjoy it from start to finish, okay? I'm experiencing my personal issue. You know what I did like? South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. Loved that movie. And I think it's because where I would have had to get over the cringe factor of the musical aspect, they infused it with comedy. So my brain was, the layer of the two appeased my greedy brain.
Swallow some sperm. Chris is straight, we guarantee. There are no girls allowed unless your boyfriend free. He doesn't like the blackies, and God says gay should die. And if you see him sitting at a table, well, you better leave his side. Silent Joe.
Like that shit impresses me. I'm impressed by that. Someone took the time to edit that, write that, record that, make some funny little jokes. That I'm like, good job, dude. Good job. We just had a lesson in my novelty music snobbery. Is that what we would call it? I'm a novelty music snob. as a little boy getting introduced to Weird Al, he set a bar, you know? Weird Al Yankovic set a bar. You don't have to exceed or reach his bar, but you can't be too far from that bar. If you're too far from that bar, we can't do it. Yeah, Meat Canyon's fantastic. Meat Canyon is top tier. Top tier. And he plays Magic the Gathering cards. We stan a Meat Canyon. I remember seeing Bigger, Longer, and Uncut, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut in theaters multiple times. Loved that. Loved that damn movie. I think I was 15 at the time. Your boy could go to the theater and watch rated R movies at 15 because he looked like a grown man. The benefits of being 6 foot something and 400 pounds. I do have weird alien curls. There's nothing at the top but a bucket and a mop and an illustrated book about birds. What did I think of Sausage Party? You're not gonna like it. No, you're not gonna like it. I went to Sausage Party thinking that I would love it, and it felt lackluster. Sausage Party was a draining watch for me. I could not give it a jolly watch. And I think honestly, when I was a kid, I think if I rewatch South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut, I haven't watched it for a long time, I think I would still enjoy it. But when I was a kid, I watched a lot of stuff that was shitty, you know? I watched a lot of shitty entertainment. I definitely, look back and I've watched Dogma as an adult. Dogma was one of my favorite movies back in the day. Dogma is one of those movies where I attribute like a life philosophy to a line in the movie. I think it was Chris Rock talking to what's the main woman's name from Dogma? Linda Fiorentino. Chris Rock was saying how people will like live and die for belief. He's like, you shouldn't believe in anything. Belief is so permanent, unmoving. You should have a good idea, have a good idea of things. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, makes a lot of sense. I've tried to live the rest of my life just having ideas of things. I think when you're not set in your ways, you fit better on this earth. You have a better time. If you can roll with the punches, similar to the, was it Bruce Lee talking about the glass of water? Don't be the glass, be the water. The water is fluid, can fit in just about anywhere. Focus on being the water. I think that says a lot for your being on this earth when you can be anywhere and fit in, like you belong. Water belongs wherever water is. Who's going to stop water? Sub-degree temperature? You going to ice me out, Papa? I don't know. Maybe we'll do movie nights. We had Here's Negan bring up a movie the other day. I still have it pulled up in a tab on my computer. Maybe we'll do Discord movie nights sometime. If you guys want to have some movie nights, we could have some fun over on Discord. Lyrics, how am I doing? I'm doing okay. I'm recovering. I'm doing all right. I take all my life advice from Devo songs. Hell yeah. Could that sponge thing stop water? Probably. When is Bill hosting LolCow Live again? I don't know. I've talked a little bit about Boogie doing some things. I talked a little to Boogie about doing some possible things with the crew, but we'll see. I don't know if they're going to make their way out to Seattle anytime soon. I've heard some talks of a DSP possible meetup. Since I'm out here, maybe we'll go to the studio and record a song together, something fun. Wah, wah, wah. We're running up on the 3-hour mark. I think I might clear my bladder and find a bite to eat. Very simple little Billy. Big face Billy, big face Billy, big face Billy. I'm just a simple little man. Whoa, whoa, whoa. If I'm ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, I'll let you know. DFW. When there's trouble, you DFW. Darkwing Duck. Part of me wants to go to Austin, Texas. There's a part of me that wants to go to Austin, Texas and do comedy. But I've been told that I have to focus on serious things. Comedy, unfortunately, is silly. So that might not happen. Consume a food unit. I need to. I'm hungry. Hungry. One food unit, please. You're going to get in the mothership. I would definitely want to go see some comedy down in Austin. Seems like such a fucking oversaturated area. Don't know if I'd try and line up for anything. You eat every 2 to 3 hours. How about me? I woke up and I had some leftovers. I got some Chinese food last night. I had a hankering for some mushroom chicken. I fucks with mushroom chicken from Panda Express. It's yummy. Pretty low calorie. Good protein, good little bites, and it's really good cold. So I like to have a little leftovers. Eat that shit cold. Eat a little hot, eat a little cold. Eat a little hot, eat a little cold. I think I ate around 1 p.m. today. So we're looking at another 8 hours since I've last eaten. Had a little water. Had a little whiskey. You know what? I got a little bread left over from my sandwich the other day. We're gonna stay a little longer with you guys. You guys ready for a mustard sandwich? Mustard sandwich? We get a little mustard. Get a little sandwich. I'm gonna have a mustard sandwich. Look at that good mustard. We living, boys. A little water, a little whiskey, a little mustard sandwich. Mmm. Look at that, boys. All bread gallery. What an impressive way to eat. How many calories is this? 260 calories right there, baby. Ever have a wish sandwich? Yeah. When you have 2 slices of bread and you wish you had some meat. That's what I'm doing right now. A little mustard and a wish. You can tell how hungry I was. My blood sugar, I can feel it dropping. I'm not actually diabetic. I don't know what that feels like. I'm stolen valor for diabetes. On all days of today. On all days. How could I? I kind of want to get all this stuff to have a Balkan breakfast. Do a Balkan breakfast stream. Ever since I watch those people eat the Balkan breakfast, it's all I can think about. Need a little feta. Need a little bread, a little sauce, whole lot of vegetables, a sausage. Gotta get a sausage. How do you guys feel about my talking and chewing? Normally it's supposed to be bad form, bad manners. I think I pretty eloquently talk and chew. Eating a little sandwich? A mustard sandwich? What a happy day. What about a Vulcan breakfast? That's actually, I don't know what that is. I'm going to see if they even have one online. A Vulcan breakfast for morn meal or breakfast. Many Vulcans drink Gesper Masu, the juice of Gesper, a fruit grown in the temperate zone of Kir province. A typical Vulcan breakfast features krela, sometimes spelled krela or krela, in Federation Standard English. In most Vulcan societies, krela resemble earth scones. But in some locations, the word krela is used for a type of flatbread. So scones and juice would be a Vulcan breakfast. I think the Balkan breakfast might have a Vulcan breakfast beat. Can we get some nups? You talking about nipples? What do you mean nups? Prenuptial agreement? You trying to marry me? You trying to marry me now? Everybody talking shit want to bury me now. Ay, 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 ay. All right. It's official, like a referee with a noise-making apparatus hanging around his neck. Something you would blow into and make a loud, piercing noise. It's official like that. I'm going to call it a night. My wish sandwich. It's got me wishing I found something better to eat, and I probably will still. Goodbye, everybody. Have a good night. Bye. Thanks for stopping by.